welcome to this interview with Shift.London. If you could just tell us your name, your age, and what it is that you do, and your company as well.
My name's Joje Dempsey. I'm 19. I'm a full-time artist and I'm currently working on my brand called Joje WLD.
So Joje WLD, Joje
Yeah.
WLD, what's that stand for?
So Joje is my first name, Joje, and then WLD stands for my family's surnames and it's their acronyms. So WLD, and then it's pronounced world. So yeah, I painted this one.
Do you want to talk about your art background in general and then move back as well?
Yeah, how far back do you want me to go?
As far as you want, it's much
Okay.
to talk about.
So I was first instructed in primary school to paint the sunflower painting by Vincent van Gogh. That was like the first piece that I made where I realised like I want to do art, like I want that to be my life. And I think I was probably about 10 years old as well. But that was like my first memory of creating art, and then I just kind of built from there. Then in secondary school I went on to do an art and design BTEC, and I got the top of my class, like best grades, and I kind of was expecting it because I put in so much hard work, but it was still such a surprise and so rewarding to see that. And so then I moved on to college to do an art and design Cambridge technology course where I literally covered all bases of art. So like photography, Photoshop, textiles, like even ceramics. Then I kind of moved to London and started my own life, and now I'm here. Joje WLD is a sustainable business I made using dead stock materials like fibres and yarn to make balaclavas.
Why did you choose to focus on them? I know obviously they were definitely like circling around the trend cycles last winter, and I've seen quite a few this year actually. But what made you choose to focus on balaclavas for your design work?
So originally in university I had a project on sportswear, and I took a big inspiration from like 1970s ski wear, and then I kind of focused on balaclavas and built around that. So that was like my original start in knitwear. So for this one I found the wool in a charity shop, and then the fibres that I've woven in between were hand dyed. And as I was knitting the piece, I was weaving these pieces through the knitwear just in like a random order, but I didn't want the colours to be blocked together. I wanted them to be dispersed evenly.
What did you dye the fibres with?
Just dye.
Like fabric dye?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is it natural?
Just dye.
Just dye. Okay.
So I use a loom to knit most of my pieces just because it's quicker to produce things. Like it is nice to hand knit because then it gives that like homemade sort of sense to a piece, but then I do need to be producing faster so that people have things to buy.
So off camera you showed me your knitting machine, and it had quite a sweet story about how you got it. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that as well.
So I found this piece on Gumtree. It was a machine that I've always wanted. I first started using a knitting machine back in college, and I just thought it was a really cool piece of equipment, and I've always wanted one. And this one's got such a beautiful colour as well. So I'm currently trying to get it fixed again just because it's a bit temperamental. It was made in, I think, the 60s. So it is an old bit of equipment. I got it from this old lady. She had used it for her kids' school uniforms, and like kids in her neighbourhood, like she would knit them like school jumpers and cardigans and stuff. She just said like she's getting too old for it, she doesn't really need it because all her kids have grown up and moved away. But then I showed her like some of my work, and she was really like happy that it was going to someone that was gonna fix it up again and give it a new life. So at the moment it's just like individual pieces. I get inspired by the wool that I find and like all the dead stock pieces I find, just because I want to be as sustainable as possible. But In the future, I want to do like Wes Anderson collections. I'm really inspired by his symmetry in his art. I think it's really incredible, like the bright colors he uses and the stories he tells. So I'd want to make pieces relating to the film he's made. I'm really inspired by Vivienne Westwood as well. So I'd like to do like collections where things look together, but they're all individual in their own sense.
And if you want to buy your pieces, where can they go to get them?
They can look at Joje WLD, Joje WLD on Depop. And Instagram.
And Instagram.
And Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.